Greetings everyone, here's Lodrik and this is a Game War in the Pacific Admits Edition. This is my PBEM match against Deaniks. He is a Japanese player and for me it's Allied side now, March 12th, 42, and you just saw that at Java, the enemy, or my base, switch side, there was no one defending the base, so easy taking. There was also some small oil field and refineries. Not the biggest field, but I think 30 or 35 each. So it is meaningful in the long run for Japan. Bombardment here at Rangoon. Enemy submarine north of Pegu. These are my battleships just arriving. Get a hit on the submarine. Nice, but not enough to really do something. Enemy carriers are still near to Java, so I must be a little careful how I use my Dutch air fleet. I played first safe and bombard here the ground troops. Not a lot of damage, but at least. And I also start to bomb the troops north of Oosthaven with my Batavia air fleet. And this is clear terrain, not much terrain bonus to hide. This will of course not destroy the unit, but of course it's similar to Rangoon, it will weaken the enemy potential takeover of Java. Oosthaven is lost, that for sure. I don't care really too much. But if I can hold Java, at least Batavia and Surabaya as long as possible, similar to Singapore, that will help me to build up a defense. This is now I-10 in Pago port. Oops. But nothing happened. Also, this attack at Mersing failed. But again, all the submarines are escaping damage, but also are not able to really create damage. And there were some tankers. Luckily, my escort is always ready to intercept enemy submarines. Still a bombardment here, bombardment at Manila. None of this the Japanese forces are strong enough to defend or overcome the defender, so in this case the Americans or the Chinese. Singapore's other question, this is only, well, I would say 3-4 days and it's maybe the next attack, but not today. So another day I can hold all the strategic locations on the map. Good. So air losses, very light for the Japanese, only 2 aircraft lost, maybe one into my cap. There was no sinking sound. but I don't know, this information pop up. Maybe not. Nothing to really discuss. Yeah, there was some submarine activity here at Pago. My battleship fleet just arrived. So I have now 8 battleships ready. Only problem is that Pago's out of fuel. I sent all my fuel to Australia and India, and not enough fuel here to Pago. So I have to wait a little, but I would say that is still okay, not a big issue. I have first 3 days to fix here some small damage. And I'm also not so sure what I really want to use now with my battleships. First I need to find a target that it makes sense to use all these heavy shells. But at least I have 8 battleships for support nearby. Here, Dutchies Indies, is this Japanese army is moving slowly on Surabaya. There's an enemy cruiser formation, and here's still a lot of here's at least 2 carrier divisions and a lot of other stuff. This guy is also moving on Balikpapan. I bombed them out of Tarakan. I have already. So most of the British stuff is already here. So I have now enough aviation support to manage this kind of air fleet here. Only airfield level 3, so I can only use reduced bomb load. Out of Batavia, I also strike against this regiment. And this is the other cruiser formation. Unluckily, this task force was able to bypass all my submarines. So I have a next blockade here. So maybe at some point I will get a hit on a cruiser once again or whatever. I would say there's not much more I can really talk. Sooner or later I have to attack in Rangoon, because my 2 divisions, the 1st Burma division and the 17th India division, both have 100% preparation for fighting in Rangoon. The division is more or less at 99% ready status. I could at least try and see how strong is the defense. Maybe it will not be a victory, but I can test how strong is the Japanese army in Rangoon. Yeah, that is all to talk. See you next time. Take care. Bye-bye.